Hello everybody, this is Howard the Teaserking coming to you with a nice Christmas special for everybody. I've had several clients ask me, I want to buy you for the rest of the year. So trying to figure out the price, I'm just going to come up with for $250 all the college bowls and playoffs and all the pros through the Super Bowl. So basically, you're buying the rest of the year for $250. Just go to the site. You can buy the Pro monthly package, which is $250, and I'll give you the password for the rest of the year. Another huge weekend. 5-2 in college, and 5-1 in the pros. So I go 10-3. My lock, Clemson and Baltimore hits. San Francisco, Ohio State were also very big plays. I even had Kansas City and the New York Jets. So when you start hitting New York Jet teaser, or I had Miami. So when you start hitting Miami, Kansas City teaser, betting against New England and winning, it's a real good feeling. So I'm just huge. My last, 5-6 weeks in the pros, I'm 41-9, and in college, I was 5-2, a 15-0, a 14-1. 7-3, 11-1, 12-0. I mean, it's just that's the difference when the season progresses. Sometimes you're taking a stab, and I was looking before. I was losing some over/unders because I'm misreading teams. Because I'm looking at like UCF. I looked at them last 2 years, and then this year I'm going, oh, okay, they'll win, and I hit the big lock against Stanford. And I thought, okay, and then I lose the Pitt game and the Cincy game with them, and I said, okay, they're not the same. And that's really what happens as you get deeper into the year. You start realizing San Francisco is a really good team. I took them yesterday, getting points from New Orleans. I didn't think they'd win the game. I didn't care if they'd win it or not. I knew they were a strong dog, and they were a strong team, and getting points I knew was a good play. Baltimore, I now have. The way I picked the Baltimore game, I looked at Buffalo was a decent team, but really hadn't beaten anybody. They lost to New England, who were wondering how good they are now. But when I looked at Baltimore, they had went to the Rams and killed them. They had killed New England, and I just saw them as, they can go on the road and win, and they're comfortable at it. And I used the trend Baltimore-Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh's a similar team to Buffalo, very strong defense. And I'm talking Roethlisberger, Pittsburgh. And they were like 11-1 in that series in Pittsburgh. So I said, well, if they can go to Pittsburgh and play them and cover a lot, they should do that. And the more I thought about it and looking at them in these other games, I said they're going to win. They know how to win now. So now I jumped on and locked Baltimore. And they had a great spread. It was 6, so it was even. That's where you get burned too. You start laying 14, and they win. And now you're laying 8. So you take a 14 down to 8, and they win by 3 or 6 because that's all this. That's what the NFL is. It's not blowout city like college. So it was a very good weekend, and I hit the videos Clemson and San Francisco. And it was a fluke. Clemson was my lock. I just put a good play out on the video that I will hope will win for you guys. And that's my strategy. But as we get down to it now, you have playoff teams and a need to win for a 1 and 2 seed and to win the division, depending on the right line. If the line gets too strong, you can't really play it. College, it was easy. Clemson had to win. LSU was going to win. LSU's track record, they beat Alabama and Auburn. It's enough said. Georgia had a lot of injuries, and their receivers weren't, they were all injured. So I knew LSU by 1 would win. Again, you have the right line. Ohio State scared me, but again, I was 16 down to 10. So it just win by 10, which made it very attractive. But you try to learn from Wisconsin, losing, and some, Virginia and these teams. And now we have the bowls, so all my strategies will work in the bowls, betting against certain teams, and now I know the strengths of other teams. So after a full season, I got all the teams pretty much pegged. So anyway, this is I think a fair offer. Like I said, $250 buys you all the bowl games and the playoffs in college and all the pros through the Super Bowl. So normally, if you bought the week, it's $135 for pro and college. You'd have at least 5 weeks of college because you have the bowls go over 4 weeks. And then the pros, you have another three or 4 weeks left, plus the playoffs, which is, extremely good to bet on. So anyway, just Merry Christmas. I hope everybody does well and makes a lot of money and has a wonderful Christmas. So again, www.teaserking.com, $250 for the rest of the year. Like I said, just go on PayPal, and then I'll get the email. And if you buy whatever package that's $250, I'll know you're buying the full year. You can, whip me an email, or I'll see it. But I've got several inquiries, and I just instead of like, well, how much can I get the rest of the season for? I just want to come out and offer this nice sale. And right now, I'm so hot that it's just it's tremendous because you're making your picks, and early I always make good picks, or what I think are good picks. It's just frustrating when they lose, and you're like scratching your head, and people they don't get that you lose. They go, oh, so now it's a lot of winners, and it's just a boatload. And there's always that one game that you think will win, it doesn't. And again, I'm doing a lot of trends, and I'm doing a lot of the team needs it and injuries and things like that. And then I'm trying to weigh, is the spread okay? If the spread's too high, I might stay away from it. So anyway, happy holidays to everybody, and I'm sure I'm making a lot of people a lot of money right now with the picks. I'm very happy about that. And that's why I do it. I mean, I make my own bets, and I make my own money. You can see the history. So, but let's go bust some bookies. All right, everybody, have a great holiday. www.teaserking.com, $250 for the rest. And if you just want to buy weeklies, we'll just do $75. You can have the whole week. All right, everybody, happy holidays.